Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back with some more Higehiro, this being episode 7. Previous episode, initially, it was probably for most of us as well. Like, initially, it really pissed me off. It was really irking me. But good thing, of course, as usual, right? Yoshida coming in and helping out, saving the day, essentially. Oh, but also Asami. I love what we had with Asami in the previous episode, like towards the tail end of the episode as well. So they both really shined in the previous episode. It was a solid episode that we had for episode 6. And judging from like the little preview image thing or whatever, I was questioning. I was like, what is this, or what are they going into here? Apparently that was like a younger Yoshida, I guess. So maybe we're gonna have some kind of like flashback or something with Yoshida's past somewhere in this episode. It feels like we're starting off like literally the beginning of episode 6 was like with the comfort convenience store as well. So we're starting off the same way we started off the previous episode. So we're gonna see what we have with this one. Let's get into it. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. You know Yoshida doesn't care. You can come over whenever, probably. To be honest, she's coming over too much. Soulmates, and it's summer break, so that's fair. Not sketchy at all. What? Spying on someone, like stalking someone or looking out for someone, obviously, or something. What's up with these episodes starting off like so sketch? Previous episodes started off with the Kyoya dude, obviously very sketch, and yeah, dude's a scumbag, and then starting off with something kind of sketch like this. I guess I could be wrong, but it seems very sketch. And from what Asami's saying, it's not just like the first time that has happened. So guess we'll see. Could have something to do probably with Sayu. You see, like with how many guys we know she's like, it could be just another guy. That's the thing. It also could be, you know. But if this dude has been coming here, or whoever or whatever it is, I guess it's been happening maybe even before Sayu has started working there. I don't know. felt felt that. Felt that. Hey, I feel it, Asami. I think probably a lot of us can relate or feel her on that. There's some really good dialogue we had at the end of the previous episode, and even like with Asami too, and even earlier in the previous episode with Yoshida. There's some good dialogue like towards the tail end, like the pretty much the whole second half of the episode. I feel like last week. And then what? Who knows? Who knows what the future holds, right? Hmm. This is news to her, apparently. Mishima, man. At least she's like straight up. She admits it. Because, some shows, some of these characters are obviously more grown. But in a lot of shows, you'll see, and I like would go to, oh shit, she about to do something. But you'll see them though, just like they won't actually be straight up with how they're feeling. Like this is jealousy. She's literally like saying it. I respect that. She definitely about to do something though. Mishima, you better focus on your work, right? Oh, hi, huh? Okay. She gonna start asking the questions. Yeah. Oh, you know. Yeah, it was all over your face for sure. Mm-hmm. She's like, you hear her reaction right there. I mean, Mishima has talked to her too. If it happens, it happens. Which I mean, that's the route they're going down. Which that's something I'm like worried about in a way. I guess it depends how it's done. And it just could straight up cause problems. Damn. She's like, I'm gonna take action like as soon as possible. Yeah, it was just kind of like building up, like her getting worked up and all. Like as it just went on, it finally came out. But sometimes you can't like necessarily rush these things, depending on what it is. She's like taken aback a little bit, and it's like I do. Mishima's has had enough of this shit, man. She's like so serious. It's like, man. He gonna miss out on the dinner again? This man's been missing out on the meals lately. If he actually does go with her. Okay, so this time he's actually gonna make it. I did, and that doesn't necessarily mean I have to give it to you. That's the reasoning. She wants to roll with coworkers. Fine. Ooh. Really though? I don't know about that. Is that really true? Like maybe there's some truth to that, but I don't think so. Like fully, because like it's partially you have to be thinking of yourself in a way, a part of. And there it is, there it is. We gotta. That was kind of awkward, a little. we gotta another one thrown into the pit. Although we knew what it was anyway, but like yeah, it's kind of too late now. This is lame. I know you like you want to text him and all that or whatever, but you're right in front of each other. That's just I don't know. I've always found that weird. I mean, I don't hate Mishima, but I mean, I kind of feel bad for her in a way too because she's like the third or fourth option. It's like she's not even really on Yoshida's radar. I mean, obviously he's nice to her and like they're like somewhat close. They're not like really close though. It's not like anything too crazy, at least right now. He's like wondering like what am I doing for myself? Or Just in kind of deep thought. A little less time to do the chores and all that. Oh, damn! She dragged him. She sat him on the bed too. Jeez. Oh, I should have expected that something like that to happen. Y'all just gonna lay here? You just sit here? Oh, see, man, it's just like this is the thing. I don't know, because obviously you can tell where they're going with it in terms of like the romance and all that, and just with how the story has went so far, it's just, I don't know. I actually prefer that it doesn't go down the romantic route. But I guess it depends. Like I said earlier, it depends how they do it. If they could pull it off. I thought she walked in on him for a second. It's almost like that didn't happen when she just fell on him right there. Oh, this is some of like his old stuff. Probably gonna see that picture we saw at the end of the like for the preview of this episode, right? With the like that one girl. I think he was with a girl. Look at a man with the short, like the really short hair. Yeah, that was the one we saw. I guess at the time. What happened to her? Maybe it's not even important, but or something he blocks off. It's really getting to you though, Matt. I know he was like talking in a past tense, but he was saying like was. So like, is she still? I think she's probably still alive. But I mean, because it did happen in the past. Didn't want somebody who cared about her so much. I mean, you could still care about someone and not be like super clingy. Right. Yep. But the way he was talking right there is kind of like what he's doing, sort of like with her. You know, the way he was talking right there. I guess you could apply that to Sayu. See, they just have like these. They'll have like these really like subtle like scenes sometimes. They like keep adding on to or hinting at the relationship or whatever. Like I've been saying, we know what it is. Okay, here's this again. Oh, okay, this time they actually pulling in. So that's different. It's the feds. It's the fed. Oh, okay, there's someone in the back seat. Another guy. It's like it's the feds. This dude just looked like a scumbag. he just has that vibe, you know? The smart ass. He got the whole like business attire. See? Ogiwa Foods. Oh, her brother. Oh, there's a little curveball. Someone from her family. Uh, he looked pretty serious. Seemed pretty serious. And like, here's where I'm like, is it best to really just to keep avoiding it or to keep hiding? I feel like that just might make it worse or cause even more problems or something. I don't know. Oh, all right. All right. Kind of a interesting way to leave off the episode, I would say. But this episode, pretty solid. I would say honestly not really much to say about this episode. I feel like this is for me probably one of the I'm not saying it's a bad episode, but for me, I feel like this is one of the more weaker like episodes. My favorite part of the episode honestly was probably that like middle part we had with Yoshida and Sayu. Although there was like that little scene where she like kind of jumped on him. It was an accident, but like we see that happen in anime all the time. But yeah, man, I know it's a big kind of topic around this series, and I feel like most of us probably have known what it was going to be probably since the beginning or very early on that they're going to probably go down the romantic route with Sayu and him at some point. At least that's what I'm under the impression of, and probably most of us are as well. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Especially with just the situation, it just really depends how it's handled going forward. But I'm in the camp right now that is like I don't want to even see it really go down the romantic route with him and Sayu. Now, him getting with like say Goto hypothetically or someone, I would be not really Mishima. Honestly, I don't want to see that. Goto, I would probably be okay with, but I really at this point right now, I guess this could change depending on how the developments go in the future. But I really don't want to see it go down that route. But I guess we'll see. I much prefer kind of what we've had to this point, and kind of him being like a big brother sort of figure, I guess you would say, and really trying to get her life on track, and have her essentially live the life that she should have been living already to this point, kind of like a normal life, because her life has definitely not been normal to this point. It's been fucked up. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know I'm getting maybe a little too out of myself, and I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. Like maybe they go down the romantic route, and it does somehow pan out depending on how it's executed. But yeah, that portion though with Yoshida and Sayu in like the middle section of the episode is probably like my favorite thing, honestly. Uh, Honestly, the Mishima stuff, it's like, I'm not really too big. Like I said earlier, I think like Mishima, I don't hate or I don't like dislike Mishima's character, but I'm not like too crazy about Mishima. So, but I did like actually what the dialogue and her conversation did bring about Yoshida and thinking about himself and what he's actually doing. Is he just doing this uh you know for himself? He also has to think about himself as well. Like he's doing these things for others, right? Does this bring him that happiness? If doing things for others brings him happiness, but he still has to think about himself and his future, and just because you always have to think about yourself to some capacity. But that whole conversation about what he was saying about someone you're in love with and wanting to see them smile and wanting them to be happy and all of that. Sayu, she asked about herself, and you could probably apply that to Sayu, because that from those lines that Yoshida was saying, you could apply that to what he has kind of been doing with Sayu, right? Like he wants to see her smile, and wants to see her happy and all these things. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see where it goes going forward, but kind of an interesting little development there at the end of the episode, I would say. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We have like what, half of the series left. I think we're actually over the halfway point. So yeah, that about does it for this episode. Let me know what you guys thought of this one with Higehiro this week. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.